Hey, my name is Raymond. I'm here in London, UK. It's Thursday. Coming up to the end of the, goodness me, the second week of, or a little over the second week of June 2013, which is just mind-boggling in itself at how fast things have been going. And just so much has happened in my life as well as other people that I know in their lives. I was recently having a conversation over dinner with a bunch of us talking about how things are going in life and what we're all doing, and some of us are our own businesses and online entrepreneurs. Other people have bricks and mortar businesses that are leveraging the power of the internet. Other people are only just kind of getting into things, writers. There's another particular who's a medical consultant, and someone else who is she's I guess you would call her an architect, but more kind of, she does designy work, which is particularly cool, which gets her to fly around the world, but more recently into France and Switzerland. So, lots of, pretty interesting conversations over some good food and some good wine and some good times. And, but effectively they were kind of, they turned to me and said, so what does it mean to be an online entrepreneur? And I said, well, the entrepreneur is basically, I view it as looking to improve the state of the world, through basically through a livelihood or opportunity that one can create or one gets involved in. And online just means that it's through the internet or on the internet. And the social element of it, which is what I'm particularly keen on, social enterprise, is that there's also a bit of an element of feedback loop to support those who are less fortunate. And that's just kind of something that is a bit of a kind of a hangover from my days of when I was working in renewable energy, green energy, to help eradicate poverty and reconciliation in post-genocidal regions, particularly in Rwanda, and a little bit of it going into the DRC, the Republic of Congo, a bit of Burundi, and of course Tanzania, where poverty is strife, is rife, and Uganda as well. So East Africa, and particularly in Kenya and Tanzania, are countries that I actually grew up in. So it was quite an amazing experience to go back there and really help people to basically improve their lives. However, when the project was handed over, and it was a bit of a kind of a negative story that I don't really want to get into now, that I ended up having to contend with within the partnership in the business, and these things do happen. However, the saying goes is that if you want to kill a friendship, go into business with them, and unfortunately that's exactly what happened, and that was a bit of a struggle to come back to the UK, and no sooner did that happen did the recession hit, so it was a bit of a domino effect. So I've been down and out, and I know what it's like to be on the path of poverty, but here we are on the road to prosperity, and I'd like to share that journey with you. So here I am on video, discussing what it is to be an online entrepreneur. However, the key point that seems to be, why is it that some people, they have the wherewithal, they have the tools, they have the systems, they have, potentially, possibly not much of the support that they need, or the kind of support they need, but it is available to them if they just kind of commit to and make the decision to go for it, is to get the support, is to have the vision. And many of us have, can have amazing ideas and may have volumes of ideas, but the thing that seems to be lacking is the follow-through, taking the action, getting off the fence, getting past procrastination, but more importantly, getting past fear. Because it seems to me, from what my experience and my own experience and encountering others, is that often someone will sit on the fence not because they don't necessarily just know what to do. Because if you really want to find out what needs to be done, there are plenty of people out there that you can tap into. It's that they're frozen in their fear of failure, or in some cases fear of success. And it's it's something that's been deeply ingrained, that has been indoctrinated through education or socialized, or even in their upbringing something was done or said that is deep in there, that is at the same time quite easy to identify, but not so easy to move past. And it's usually those things that hinder us. It's not so much that we don't have the skill set, because we can find them, we can source those in, or we can basically modify the plan to actually work within our strength and weaknesses scope, and those things that we can't do, we can certainly get help to do them. as long as we know what to do, where to do, and how to look, and be true to ourselves. That said, in making things happen, it is vital that you tap into, or you connect with, or you meet people who either are already doing it or have done it. And there aren't that many people I know who haven't, or who are successful, who don't like to talk about it. So interview them, connect with them, sit down with them, meet with them, read their books, read their story, check out their projects, visit their sites. Really, 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 I don't mean study them, but if it looks like it's something that you're really, really, connecting with, find out what you can model and duplicate. And that brings me to, having effective tools and systems in place, as well as a support community or network that can enable you and empower you to continue off that, taking that step off the fence and into the steps towards whatever it is that you're hoping to accomplish in your business, that I can say that not only are you passionate about, but that adds value, because it is there then not only do you have the level of commitment and discipline to get it through, but you also have the attraction and the makes it kind of to magnify it, and basically makes it attractive, that then draws people to you, and so on. But if you don't have the wherewithal within your ears, your mindset, to actually make that happen, or to see it through, or to connect with people who in fact come along and they go, yes, here you go, and you're not quite sure how to do it, or even still, you might even just block yourself because of fear or past experience, or limiting beliefs, or a set of values that aren't congruent with, say, your vision. I mean, it's these little bitty subtleties that exist that seem to, permeate so much of what's going on around us. And I can only say that as we look at, the hierarchical structure of where you have a very narrow, a point at the top where there's a few people who are really enjoying the power and the fruits of whatever, of everyone else's labor and vision and effort, and the masses, everybody below, either the management working their way down to all the way to the poor, who basically have been kind of suckered into this notion, or have bought into this notion, that we basically need to be slave driven for our lives and work in cubicle, hellholes, and ask, supervisors if you can go pee, or beg, borrow, and short of stealing, to try and, or swap to see if you can get holidays with your kids and families when they're off school, and so forth and so on. I mean, that's just humiliating, and it's very, very dishonorable as far as I'm concerned. So for those of you who are interested in basically being more empowered, who are basically looking for something different, who are basically not looking to lose their house, or looking to put their kids through a good school, because it's not so much that the schools are great, it's just a case of that it's a socialization process as I see it. And hopefully by becoming more and more empowered and instilling that with your kids, they'll start asking also particularly good questions that demand there of their teachers, who then have to step up, or in fact it empowers the teachers to be able to say more there, rather than just be paper shufflers or managers, as most of them seem to be nowadays. And that's a whole separate discussion for another time. But the point is that taking more more responsibility, more accountability, more involvement in one's own life, to live the life that you deserve, and not just to be an old cliche. We all have stages of life and evolution in our journeys that we have to go through, and nature, nurture, that old question, that what processes we have to do. But the point here is more a case of that, of course, trying to juggle all those things at the same time is very, very difficult, but personal development is a very, very key point that I'm always continuously doing, because of course I think a student of life is far more important than thinking I know it all, because then I basically have just pretty much stopped dead in my tracks. But to say the point is that to take the action, to get off the fence, to commit to something, to move towards whatever it is that you've decided that you want, that you will not take no for an answer. You will basically, anything, any way, anyhow possible to make that come true, and to know that there are other people out there like you who want to change the world, who want to be able to engage and interact with similar, like-minded, and empowered people. So you are not alone, and all you have to do is reach out. You can reach out to me. I'm doing similar things, and I'm really happy I made that decision. I can't stress enough that, basically connecting with a community of like-minded people who are doing things, reading things, masterminding on things, creating things, and and developing things that at one point in time, when I was growing up, that I just thought, well, it's a great idea, but it may never happen. And now these things are actually happening. So not that better late than never, because lifetime is a lifetime, but they are happening. So here's an opportunity to get off the fence, jump in with great people, to use systems that have been proven, to connect with people who are very supportive, and really start living a particular life in a particular way, as you want, when you want, doing the things you want, how you want to do them, and, for example, which is more personal, why you want to do them. So keeping true to your vision, make it a great day, and thank you for spending your time with me. And I look forward to seeing you on our journeys to prosperity. So at the next crossroad, Denver, July 19th to 21st, just around the corner next month, live event. Get there. Jump in here, click on the button, get your tickets, bring your loved ones, go there. You will not regret it. You not only will your mind be blown, your business will be taken to another level, and you yourself and those around you will experience that shift. So make it a great day, great week, great life, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye.